Oh, hello there, drummers. So, you've made the wise decision to have the interest in filming yourself playing drums along to your favorite song. Well, you're going to need a drum set for that, and a camera, some microphones. I'm going to show you how to make a drum cover today. The first tip that I recommend is what I consider to be tip number 0. Before you know what song you want to play, make sure that that song is going to be free of copyright strikes on your YouTube channel. There are plenty of methods to check this out. You can simply upload it and see if YouTube is telling you that it's blocked in any countries. If it isn't, then you're good to go. What, are you thinking about monetizing? Good luck. My first tip is to learn the song you're going to play. I mean, what's a drum cover without not knowing what song you're going to play, let alone how to play it? Before you hit that record button, I'd learn the song as much as you can, that the moment you do go into recording, it'll be as smooth as a baby's bottom. Your musician friends will appreciate you when you can record something in one take flawlessly. Don't get that twisted. I mean, it's okay to have some hiccups in there. We're all human beings. We suck. We're not computers. But a human being, my friend, can never get replaced by a computer when it comes to the drums. What's that? I hear Get Good Drums crying in the background. Well, you realize you get replaced for the gig? Oh. I see how it is. I'll walk away now. My second tip is to have a good quality camera. Now, fortunately, technology today allows us to have a pretty good camera at a fairly cheap price. Price? You don't need to break the bank to have a good quality camera, or decent at least. Heck, the simple camera quality in your smartphone is good enough to film yourself playing drums. Notice, as I hold it the correct way, sideways, not this way. Do not film your drum covers in the vertical format. You're not a TikTok posting bitch. We're musicians. We're YouTubers. We want to see the world. We want to see everything. The drum kit is already big enough for your vertical video. So stop doing this and do this. This is where the magic happens. However, if you want to buy yourself an actual camera, I've got a couple of suggestions. Right now you're watching this video on a Sony a6400, which has become my primary video camera to film all my drum videos. I have this paired with a 16mm Sigma f1.4 lens, and that's plenty enough to have to film drum videos, or let alone drum covers. I would also suggest action cams, like this one, that Sony doesn't make anymore, the X3000. What's good about action cameras is that they're cheap, they're small, they're easy to use, and I can fit this in my pocket. You can take that to any gig, wherever I go. Don't just have to be filming covers. Tip number 3, have some good quality microphones. Now, this might be a bit of a debate for people jumping into recording drums. You don't need to have a 7-piece microphone kit, but having a decent quality mic is better than the microphone in your phone or in your camera. On top of this camera at the present moment, I have a Zoom H1N stereo track recorder, and that's plenty enough to get a pretty decent mic in the room. For editing and post-production recording, not really the best thing to go, but if you are going down the microphone route, I would suggest the Samson DK707 microphone package. I'll have a link in the description below for that product, as well as every other product that I mentioned in this video, I'll have a link below. But you want to have an interface because you're using XLR power. So a decent interface, I would say, is an 8-channel interface. There's plenty of options out there. I happen to use a Tascam 16x8 USB audio interface. But some of the Focusrite stuff is pretty good. I believe the 18i20 is another good option. So those are just a couple of options that I would recommend for microphones. And you're plenty set. Tip number 4. The fourth tip that I would recommend is have a decent set of lights. Having a decent set of lights, like this panel light that I have shining on my face right now, will yield to better image quality in post-production. You'll have less grain when it comes to the video output, and you'll have a decently lit subject. And just to test it out, this is what the image looks like when you're just using the light fixture of your ceiling to light up the entire room. Looks like shit versus this. Notice how the lighting looks so much better when I'm using panel lights, specifically designed to light a subject. That's what makes the image look better overall, and it will definitely make you look cooler when playing drums under lights like this. If you want to, I would get a set of panel lights. You can find any brand out there. Or you can go to your local hardware store and just get a set of floodlights. That would also do the trick. You can buy some LED work lights. I find them as cheap as like 30 bucks. Good enough to have proper studio lighting when it comes to filming yourself playing drums or making a drum cover. Finally, the fifth and final thing that I could recommend to you guys who are looking to film drum videos or shoot a drum cover is to have fun while you're doing it. Always play from the heart and not for the need to impress someone else. Doesn't matter if you get 100 viewers viewing your video, 1,000 viewers, or even just one viewer viewing your drum cover. The fact that you did this for yourself means that you're an awesome person, my friend. So anyways, those are my 5 tips when it comes to filming a drum cover. Hopefully you guys pick up on these advice. Feel free to leave in some extra tips that I may have left out, or some other suggestions you could provide to improving the quality of your drum videos or drum covers. These are just my personal tips. Hopefully you guys take the word for what it is. Anyways, I'm Ryan Rook, signing out. See you next week.